It's time for the Alma College Coaches Show on 104.9 WQBX. And now, live from Pizza One in downtown Alma, let's join your host, Jeff Sommerville, for tonight's show.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Alma Coaches Show. We're live from Pizza One in downtown Alma, and I am joined by Alma Scott's offensive coordinator, Zach Riepma, defensive coordinator, Ryan Ettinger, as we're switching things up tonight, aren't we, fellas? Oh, I see he talks, and I didn't even have his mic on.
Yes, we are. Good to be here.
All right, we are on now. Yeah, we're going to go through the recap with you guys as you brought home a very nice 48-27 victory over Albion on the road on Saturday. Move you guys to 3-0 in league play. And, let's just get into it a little bit. You guys started off fairly strong. Punted, got the ball back, and then a good stop by your defense coach and gets the offense out there, and 6 plays, 77 yards.
Yeah, we were able to come out to that first drive, got settled in there after that one, and really had a lot of success running the ball really all day. But Eddie, started it off with that drive, and we were able to capitalize on some stuff in the throw game too to get us down there, and really proud of the way our guys responded from that first drive to go down and score and kept it going throughout the afternoon.
Right, 7-0 Scott's lead. That's an Eddie Williams 9-yard touchdown run. Albion responded to a 38-yard touchdown pass to make it 7-7, but then a touchdown on an Eddie Williams catch this time. Neat little route, I thought, where he kind of man coverage and he snuck out of the backfield and was wide open.
Yeah, it's a little throwback that we have. Eddie has a really good feel of kind of getting lost off the play action, and our Carter does a great job on it too. They both have done it for a couple years now, but worked really well. We caught him in man coverage and had a little motion tied into it too. So thought we had a pretty good shot right off the rip with that one, and he was wide open, and
yes, he was definitely wide open. And then, Ryan, your defense gets a pick. Jet King with a really great play where he batted the ball up into the air and then went and got it himself.
Yeah, heck of a play by him, and truthfully wasn't by any means our best half of football. We were pretty darn sloppy those first 2 quarters. Responded really well in the second half, which we'll get to, obviously. But Jet made a nice play. He ended up with, I think, 16 tackles,
a
pick,
huge week.
TFL, a PBU. So one of his better games. Played a lot of football on Saturday. But, yeah, great play by him. His height helps on that one.
Yeah, that was fantastic, and immediately go down and score again. 3 plays, 59 yards. That one was quick, and it ends in a 1-yard touchdown run from Eddie Williams again. Get the ball right back again, and this time it's 2 plays, 48 yards, and what a beautiful throw to Ryan McNiff.
Yeah, that was a good throw. We were able to get our tempo going a little bit there at the end of the first and into the second quarter there, and that was a tempo play. Knew we had a pretty good shot to at least get the one-on-one matchup, and Ryan did a great job. He was limited a little bit last week, got dinged up in the Calvin game, so it was great to see him be able to make some plays on Saturday. Just seeing him getting those mental reps throughout the week, and then turning it into some physical reps on game day and get a touchdown was awesome to see.
Yeah, I thought that was a really big play because, it was a good route along the sidelines. He had, half a step or so, and the throw was just perfect.
Yeah, Carter does a great job, getting the ball where it needs to be, and we've rotated a lot of receivers this year, maybe a little bit more than in years past, and I think we're starting to really hit our stride a little bit. Some of that just chemistry between him and the wide receivers is starting to show up, and again, great pass down the sideline, and we'll take 6 any way we can get it. So
27-7, the Scots on top. They're 13:46 to go second quarter. Albion would respond again with a touchdown to make it 27-14. Your guys right back, though, with 1:50 to go in the half. A 55-yarder to Zach Poff.
Yeah, that was a fun one. We're just trying to kind of get a little something going, maybe steal some yards and potentially kick a field goal just with being later in the half, and just a little screen pass that we threw out to Poff, and he did the rest. And, those are always fun ones when the ones you think are going to go for 3, 4, 5 turn into 55 and a touchdown. So really good job by him down the sideline, too. I think he almost stepped out, for about the last 10 yards. But tiptoed in, and we were rolling.
Yeah, 34-14 at that point. Albion gets a late touchdown with 13 seconds to go and then comes back and gets the touchdown as they got the ball first to start the second half. How do you kind of tell you guys settle in after that? Because obviously they did big time after that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that was disappointing when we came out of half. I thought we got a quick 3-and-out. We had a bad penalty on a special teams play, extended the drive, did not respond well out of that. And then, honestly, before half, the 2-minute wasn't good enough. Again, it was a sloppy day early. I thought we responded really well. We've been getting better every week. We've got a tough, gritty group there, but some things we need to clean up, and we have cleaned up. And, again, we responded really well after that first drive at the second half.
Yeah, that first drive of the second half, it ends with 9:27 to go in the third quarter. Your defense doesn't give up a single point after that.
Yeah. Again, we didn't change a whole lot schematically. And truthfully, the new quarterback they put in, he played really well. He made those 2 interception mistakes with bad throws, but – 9 out of their 11 starters were seniors, and they played their butts off. It was homecoming for them. We knew we were going to get a battle, and finally we responded, in the middle of the third and picking some things up.
Made it 34-27, so a one-score game at that point, but then the offense right back out, 11 plays, 75 yards. A lot more longer drives this season, Coach. 10 plays, 11 plays, 12 plays. It's been a little bit different than some of the quick strike. Now, we've seen the quick strike already in this game that we've gone through, but, what's led to some of the longer ones this year?
Yeah, I think, this one specifically, maybe a little bit intentional just to give our defense a chance to rest, essentially going back-to-back possessions and, regroup, knowing that they're going to get it figured out because they are a tough, gritty group that is really getting better every week, like Coach E said. So a little bit more intentional run on that drive, but, and to go down and score was huge. I was really proud. Our guys on offense never flinched. When it did get to 7, they were ready to roll, and we did march it down the field to score. I think, kind of big picture, you lose a kid like Devin Frenchco and Ty Lauderman last year that can run by anybody and out-jump anybody. Right. You got to be a little bit more methodical. And I think the other part, too, is having the guys we do up front. They've been really good for the last 2 years, but now they're all seniors. So for me as a play caller, I know I can lean on them, and sometimes it is 4, 5, 6, 8-yard chunks as opposed to having to always crank up the tempo. I mean, we'll do that plenty, obviously. But so kind of a combination of things and, still kind of finding our way, too, I think, early on, just adjusting to not having those big-time downfield threats on both outsides like we've had. Took a game or two, and now, like I said, I think we really are getting our stride and have found a way to kind of use a little more of a committee approach with our wideouts. They've been really productive.
And they're starting to find different ways to get open on those deep balls too now, I've noticed. All of a sudden what was, well covered or just a half a step is now step and a half, and suddenly those big plays are hitting.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, we've been a little bit more multiple, if you will, in the throw game, not having the guys that can just run by everybody, a little more some concept game, but so kind of figuring our way out through that, it's starting to show up. And again, just repping it, with Carter at the quarterback, throwing to different guys and things like that does take some time. And we're starting to see the fruits of some of those labors from, early on in camp and through the earlier third half of a season. And now it's really starting to show up from a pass standpoint. And having number 26 in the backfield and turning and handing it to him hasn't been a bad play call. So
no, that's not.
He's played really well so far, so that's maybe a part of it too, that Let's not overcomplicate it and just hand him and Brian Morgan and Braylon Edwards. We've had some other guys in there too this year that have done some really good things.
Yeah, we'll talk about both of them in just a second. Eddie Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run to close the scoring, a 48-27 victory. But yeah, let's take a look at some of those individual rushing numbers. Eddie Williams, 22 carries, 154 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Brian Morgan, first 100-yard game for him, 11 carries, 100 yards. I thought he was really decisive where he wanted to go and get up to speed on Saturday.
Yeah, Brian did a great job. I mean, he's a testament just to trust in the process and buying into the process. He's been, a 3, 4, 5 on the depth chart the first 3 years of his career, and he just continued to work and buy into our culture and be a great teammate. And I know he's starting to see the benefits on game day, or reap the benefits on game day, and he ran great on Saturday. I mean, like you said, decisive, downhill, violent.
Yes.
All the things you're looking for in a running back. He was a great change of pace to Eddie on Saturday, and was really excited for him just to have a game that the stats reflect the work that he's put in, really for the last 3.5 years for our program.
Yeah, all told, your guys run for 288 yards on the afternoon, throw for 280. It's that perfect balance again that we've talked about all season long. Keeps the defense off balance, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean we're built to take what the defense gives us. It's kind of ingrained in our guys and built into the system we run, and we do it fast. But at the end of the day, too, just it's a matter of our quarterback distributing the ball, be it the run game, some of our RPO stuff, and then our downfield throws. And we've been fortunate, to really be able to have that balance. Starts again with the guys up front. They've done great in the run game and really good in protection too, so that we can get the ball to the playmakers and force the defense to defend all 11, so to speak, in every blade of grass, in the run and pass game.
Lost in all that talk about the rushing attack, Carter St. John threw 4 touchdown passes, 14 of 21 for 264 and 4 touchdowns. That's pretty good afternoon.
Yeah, he's just continues to do the things he's done, and it's fun to see, and I have to remind myself to not take it for granted, because he's been played at such a high level for such a long time, and it is definitely when he we can usually tell pretty early, and if he has a certain kind of demeanor about him, we know we're usually in for a pretty good day on offense, and he had that look on Saturday, and it definitely showed.
Well, let's talk a little bit about these defensive numbers. You already mentioned Jack King. What a game. 16 tackles, a pick, tackle and a half for loss.
Yeah, productive player. I think he's led us in tackles most, if not all, of our games this year. Again, a guy who lives in our office. He actually sits and watches us as we game plan throughout the week, too. So he knows our scheme and our plan, and my thoughts going in week to week, I think makes a big difference for him. But, again, tough kid. Productive kid, got all the size and weight and strength that you need, and loves football, and it shows up on Saturday, so we're glad we have him.
Yeah, 11 more tackles for Ryan Kugelman as well. Your linebackers getting the job done all over the field, really.
Yeah, again, another really good senior for us, one of our better leaders on defense for sure. He showed up as well, and as our box got settled in and got a little bit of a rhythm throughout the game, he showed up a little bit more and started attacking things as opposed to being a little bit tentative as he was early, and again was productive. He had a lot of tackles, and just does a good job of getting guys in the right spot, communicating and leading us on defense, and it shows.
And then that secondary interception from Brock Boudry, interception from Jet King, like we talked about already. A number of breakups as well. We've got Parker Schumann. He must have batted one down at the line of scrimmage.
No, he was dropping into coverage, actually.
Oh, okay.
Phenomenal play.
See,
yeah,
we
drop
when I'm
our
not at
ends
the game,
now.
I miss these things.
We drop our ends out now a little bit. It's a phenomenal play. There's a ton of space around him. It's an extended play, and he just keeps dropping, finds work, and the quarterback throws over his head, makes a great PBU. But Brock had a nice pick. It was an overthrow. But, again, it was a solid day across the board. Again, more second half than first half, and, we're ready to move forward.
Awesome. Well, we can do that. Anything you guys want to add before we let you go here?
No, appreciate the coverage and the support.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you having us on. Go
Awesome.
Scots.
Well, we are going to talk tennis here on the other side of the break. We will be back to Pizza One right after this. And welcome back to the Alma Coaches Show, live from Pizza One in downtown Alma. And I am now joined by Alma College head football coach Jason Couch, who's here to speak tennis with Alma head tennis coach Brandon Ralston. We are going to meet him. We didn't have you on the show last year, did we?
He just got
first
hired.
year, right?
Yep.
First year. That's what I thought. So,
But he is a Scot.
I see that as looking at the bio here. So, yeah, tell us a little bit about what brings you back to Alma and your head coaching gig here.
So I was at Olivet for about 3 years, kind of when this opportunity became available. Obviously it was very exciting to me, but once I heard that it was, exciting to a percentage of the team over there and that they were interested in coming this way and seeing what Alma was all about after hearing about it from me for a couple of years, that definitely felt like the right move then.
Well, that's awesome. And then you had some instant success in your first tournament of the year, from what you tell me.
Yep. We had a
Let's talk about that a little bit.
really nice showing there. Doubles is, in my time as a Scot, that was not our strong suit on the court. So this was a really kind of nice way for the kids to get started. Playing together, singles can get kind of lonely. For them to do that, together with one another, that was a really cool moment for both groups.
Now, in a doubles tournament like that, do you just take your regular doubles teams, or do you take your singles players, turn them into doubles teams, and go?
Yeah, so in college they're playing both.
They're playing both.
Yeah, so they start with some dubs and then go into singles.
Okay.
After
Now, I
that.
assume there are some that are better at doubles than.
There's got to be.
You have to be used to working with somebody, right?
Right,
You can't be the court hog, so to speak, right?
Yep, definitely. No, like, a lot of kids come in, especially kids from maybe smaller towns. If you're good at 14, they start pigeonholing you towards singles, right?
No
so
doubt.
People have to learn the double stuff on the fly, but with kind of, the mature and polished group that we have, they were really successful that day. So it was awesome.
That is awesome. And then you blanked Manchester at home as well.
Yeah,
7-0.
Yeah, that was the women. It was just really, really quick.
Quick
I've
only
that
got
was
the men's
awesome.
side brought
but,
up here. I need to look at both.
Oh, gotcha. But the men, we were actually playing without our top 3 players. They were competing at a tournament, so that was just really cool. We had some guys get some new opportunities, had some guys playing in their first collegiate match, and really responded well to it. Was really happy for especially the young guys that got in there and took care of business.
Listen, the men and the women both blanked Manchester.
That's right.
And I'll
That's
say
a good day.
around Hogan, it's been exciting. Coach has brought in enthusiasm. His passion for Alma is obvious, and I think we met the first week or two that you got hired in, and just talking about recruiting and things like that. And it's obvious. Coach is going to do really well here, and part of it is selling a place that you believe in.
Sure.
You know all about that.
He does.
You're pretty good at that yourself.
Well,
so
again, when you love somewhere, it's easier sell.
It's an easy sell. Exactly. So the first quote-unquote half of your season is over.
Sure.
Now you kind of go into a winter break, and then the schedule picks back up. Couple matches in February, and then you get into the MIAA chunk of your season.
That's right.
In March. Now, I see that there is a home match scheduled for February the 13th. Please tell me that's inside.
I like to believe that we'll be outside, but I don't think that's probably the case.
I would love if that's the case.
Yeah, it's a winter
back
sport
to the
in
old
Michigan.
Spring college Michigan
right.
sports.
That doesn't work real well
one.
oftentimes.
Oh, my gosh.
It's an athletic director's nightmare.
I think 2 weeks ago I went to the baseball game. They had a doubleheader on Sunday. And it was nice, beautiful out, and I'm like, man, I bet you they wish they played in the fall. Right?
Yep, exactly. So when that season does resume, give us a little preview of what MIAA play is going to look like.
It'll be challenging at all spots, but I really think they're ready for it. Kalamazoo on the men's side has won our conference 90 times in a row. It's a big,
That's a
deal.
big number.
Yeah, you got to walk by
no
all
joke,
the
90 in a row.
You got to walk by all the national championship trophies to get into the facility. They're the standard. So it's a blast playing against them, and then you've got teams right behind them that are strong. But we're really excited and kids on the team, if you guys are listening, we really got to put in some work in the next few months, like we've talked about. It's the gap between 3 and 7 is razor thin, so we want to keep gaining on everybody. Stay ahead of who we're ahead.
For sure. Anything you want to add before we let you go?
No, thank you guys, Coach Couch. It's easy to recruit when we can bring the kids to those awesome football games. So that is awesome. That's really cool.
Awesome.
So thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Appreciate you being on. And when we come back, Coach Couch and I will preview Saturday's game at Olivet. Back after this. And welcome back to the Alma Coaches Show. We're live from Pizza One in downtown Alma and joined again by head coach Jason Couch as you guys are back on the road again this week.
On the road again?
Head to Olivet.
I will not sing for you, all right?
You just did.
Nobody wants to hear that.
So another road test. Another MIAA test, and obviously you guys have to keep it rolling in league play. as the other teams up at the top of the league continue to roll as well. So
yeah, we do, and the focus has to remain obvious. Same old story, right? Remain on us. But Coach Guilford, our running backs coach, had a great message to the team. He talked about pressure in life, and as you get the W's, the more and more the targets are going to be on our chest and on our backs, and this week's going to be no different. I mean, I'm expecting surprise onside. I'm expecting fake punts. I'm expecting anything and everything.
You got to be ready for it all, right?
And we have to prepare for that. So, and it's going to continue that way, right? And that's exactly where we wanted to be. And in Coach's message, right, it's you have to embrace pressure, because otherwise it's going to make you crack. And pressure is a good thing, especially in our game. When that means you're doing some things right.
Exactly.
And people are gunning for you.
Exactly.
And if we didn't have any pressure on us, then means we didn't have those wins behind us either. So we're fired up. I'm excited.
Awesome.
We dealt with some pretty terrible weather the last 2 days.
That is very true.
We were yesterday. We had a window of about an hour before lightning started coming. I've never seen so much lightning affect a practice and last Saturday's game. I don't know if you. I didn't hear you guys talk that.
Oh, we should have talked about that. 27 seconds left.
Up by 21, 27 seconds left. 4th and goal from the 6th were the Brits, and lightning within the area. Nobody saw it, but it was it was recorded on the weather app, and so we had to clear the field for 30 minutes, and then the weird part. There's many parts, but we're not going to warm the whole team up. I needed the defense to go out for one play. They were either going to score or we stopped them. So I needed the defense. I needed the hands team.
Yep.
And we were fairly confident that if it came to taking a knee, we could do that without warming up too much.
Right.
So, that
is interesting. I would have never thought of that, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could have warmed everybody up.
But why?
But why, right?
Yeah.
And so, we had a half hour to talk about it. So
it's a fair point. I might have thought of it in that half an hour. I don't know, but no, that's an interesting point indeed. And I don't think you're going to have to deal with any weather on Saturday. But
it's on again, off again with a little bit of rain. But today same thing. We had a pocket there that it cleared up. Just it seems like we're getting close to skip and fall here. It got brisk.
Exactly. No doubt about that. But it'll be the Scots at Olivet on Saturday. That game can be heard live right here, Q104.9 WQBX, online at 1049WQBX.com. Mercantile Bank Scots pregame show at 12:45. Kickoff at 1 o'clock for that one, Coach. Our next broadcast is going to be Friday night over at Big Rapids. A win and you're in for the Alma Panthers. Lose and go home for the Alma Panthers. Yeah. So a big one for Coach Allison over at Big Rapids.
And Big Rapids is a heck of a ball club.
That
I know they dropped a tough one last week, but Coach Allison will have them ready, and I expect the
fact that they're in a situation that they can win and make the playoffs is a testament to the work that they've put in this year for sure.
I'm very happy for him, and I know how hard those boys are working, and the culture they're developing there.
6:45 pregame for that one, 7 o'clock kickoff. And Coach, we wish you best of luck on Saturday. We'll see you over there on Saturday, and send us on out.
Yeah, well, thanks everybody for all your support, and as always, go Scots!